A low voter turnout in Davenport, why that might lead to a possible recount in the mayor race. And Fire Prevention Week continues, how a local nurse is being honored for going above and beyond her job.
Live from the Local 4 News Studios, this is Fox 18 News at 7 in high definition.
Well, good Thursday morning to you. I'm Alexandria Ikomoni. Thanks for watching Fox 18 News at 7. Roderick is on assignment, but let's get started with your local election headquarters. The race for mayor of Davenport gets tight, and 6 candidates are running for that position. The top 2 will move on to the general election next month, but the race hasn't been called yet. With a less than 1% margin, a recount is possible. A Scott County auditor says a candidate has to ask for one first. Fox 18's Taylor Bozer is following that race.
Vote does matter.
Around election time, this phrase is heard a lot.
Systematically, the people, the way they vote in primaries, or they vote in municipals, they vote in governors, or they vote in presidential, who they think affects them.
The Scott County Auditor, Roxanna Moritz, says voter turnout was low.
A lower voter turnout usually tends to lend for a recount because people can be really close, as we've seen.
Out of 72,000 registered voters in Davenport, less than 7,000 people voted in this primary election. Some of the voters that did had specific issues that affected how they voted.
Infrastructure, business development, and then, of course, fire and police departments.
Downtown flood issues, that's major for me.
While others didn't even go out to the polls.
I didn't know about it up until it was a bit too late, and then I was like, oh, I didn't even see anything about it, which was kind of odd.
Which is one reason why voter turnout was so low.
It's really odd to me because I think that, your city elections are who touches you the closest, right? You can call them up, they affect your life every day, in all aspects of your life.
While the Scott County Auditor waits to find out if there will be a recount, preparing for the general election on November 5th is at a standstill.
We're waiting on this decision before we can create a ballot.
The hope is more people will make their way to the voting booths.
We'll definitely see more voters in November, probably 20 to 25% at least.
Taylor Bozer reporting. Now, the candidates have until Friday at 5 p.m. to ask for a recount. If declared, the votes from the recount would be announced on Monday. But now the alderman races are set going into November. 3rd Ward incumbent Marion McGinnis will face Phil Armour. And the 4th Ward incumbent Ray Ambrose will face Jeffrey Bass. And in the 5th Ward, it'll be Matthew Dorman and Christy Miller going head to head. Crime Stoppers of the Quad Cities needs your help catching 2 fugitives. You can get an elevated reward for information leading to an arrest. Here are this week's suspects.
Welcome to this week's segment of Crime Stoppers, where we try to encourage the public to help us fight crime by offering some pretty hefty rewards. First up this week, we're looking for Charles Miner. He's 31 years old, 5'7", 155 pounds, blonde hair and hazel eyes. He's wanted by East Moline Police for sex offender registration violation. He is a registered sexually violent predator and is considered armed and dangerous. This week we're also looking for Dimitri Smith, 26 years old, 5'6", 155 pounds, black hair and brown eyes. He's wanted by Rock Island Police for possession of controlled substance with intent to deliver and possession of controlled substance. He too is considered armed and dangerous.
Now, don't forget, you have a week to contact police for that elevated reward. We made this information available for you at ourquadcities.com. This morning, one man is waking up in jail after a police chase near Rock Falls. Traffic on I-88 was shut down for more than 3 hours because of it. A 51-year-old Paul Smith is in the Whiteside County Jail without bond. The Whiteside County Sheriff says it all began in LeClaire. A woman called police saying someone she had a protecting order against was outside her property. That's where police spotted Smith, and they tried to stop him, but he took off. He ended up in Whiteside County, where the sheriff says Smith locked himself in his car. They negotiated and were able to arrest him. Time now is 7:04. Davenport is recognizing someone keeping people safe in the community. October 9th is recognized as Fire Prevention Day. The Davenport Fire Department wanted to do something special for it. One lieutenant came up with the idea for the Fire Prevention Award for someone helping other people. Fox 18's Ryan Risky has more on that honor.
I just want to say thank you for this honor. It's very nice and humbling.
Davenport native Becky Rome has been assisting the fire department since 2017, helping to find people who need their smoke alarms installed. Since then, she has helped out dozens of people who need new smoke alarms.
It's mainly the elderly that can install them or maintain them. So I'm blessed to work at Genesis and help people.
Becky is a registered nurse at Genesis Healthcare, which has allowed her to find people in need of some extra assistance.
I do Medicare wellnesses, so I help like the elderly that come into the clinic where I work, and they fill out a questionnaire, and one of the questions is, do you have a working smoke detector and a fire alarm? And if they answer no, then I tell them I can help them, and they're usually very appreciative.
Becky has become an asset to both the community and the fire department.
It's fantastic. It makes our job really a lot easier. When somebody's going out of their way to say, hey, I'll help you out, and not to say just, well, contact Davenport Fire, they'll help you. She'll contact us and provide all the information we need, so when we make those calls to those personnel, they already know what's going on, and then we can assist them with the smoke alarm installs.
Ryan Risky reporting. Now, one of the most important things is that this is a free service, and all you have to do is call the fire department to get it set up. And winter will be here before you know it. It's scary, but a business here is helping people who can't afford winter clothes. The Natural Health Improvement Center of the Quad Cities is holding a hat, scarves, and gloves drive this month. They decided to do this after a teacher told them about kids who didn't have proper clothing. The clothes are being donated to the thrift store in Davenport. The center is completely volunteer-based, and they can give clothes away for free for kids to be safe.
Kids are standing at the bus stop waiting for the buses to pick them up, or they're walking quite a distance. And so, you know, in temperatures like we had last winter, you know, being out in the less than 2 minutes, you can get frostbite, you know, and ears and fingertips and that kind of thing.
Now, the thrift center is located on 1411 Brady Street on the second floor. You can stop by from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Monday through Saturday. And if you see news happening, let us know about it. Just download the Our Quad Cities app. It's available on Android and Apple devices, and it's free. You can get breaking news alerts and also share stories you want to see covered right here on Fox 18. But going back to that winter weather, Ash, we are not in the winter months, but Friday, tomorrow, might be feeling like it for sure. What do we have today going on?
Yeah, don't get crazy. Not quite winter-like.
For me, 30-something is pretty cold. You need to bundle up, in my opinion. But
You do in the mornings. In the day, we're in the 50s, which is more like November. But either way you look at it, it's cool outside. It's nice and mild this morning. Got some cloud cover building in here. We're sitting in the upper 50s currently. Winds aren't too bad either, so it does feel good this morning. It'll feel good all day in the upper 60s, but it's coming with rain. Shower's going to get here by lunchtime likely, maybe even a little bit before that. You can see some very, very light rain right now falling from Fairfield all the way to Burlington. Not very, very heavy stuff, really just some sprinkles, some light rain, and then we'll see a few heavier showers potentially get here by lunchtime, and then showers will be lasting through the afternoon and the evening and overnight and into tomorrow morning as well. Now, it's going to be scattered rain, so it's not going to be crazy widespread rain for 24 hours, but you know, a decent amount of rain nonetheless, probably around ½ an inch. Enjoy these 60s while you can, because after today, I don't think we're going to see 60 again, at least for a week.
See, it's getting cold.
Cool. Yeah, it's cool. In the mornings, yeah, we're getting down to, got some potential freeze territory coming up. You know, normally winter-like would be 30s as the high temperature.
Oh,
but,
okay.
You know, it's still cool.
Okay, that's winter for me. That's what I'm used
Yeah,
to. So I
that's
know.
the southern winter.
Yes, in my opinion. But hey, it's not too bad. We'll make it. Just bundle up and we'll be fine.
At least you're prepared.
I am prepared. I'm staying inside for sure. Thanks, Ash. Coming up, a project the Stranger Things star is currently working on. The time now is 7:09.
You're watching Fox 18 News at 7.
Fox 18 News is live at 7 with Redrick Terry, Alexandria Ikomoni, and meteorologist Ash Simpson. You're watching Fox 18 News at 7 in high definition.